Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Mo.
Good morning, Kay. How are you doing today?
I am
But
great. I am
that
great.
rhymed. Oh my gosh.
Hi, guys. Welcome to another Digital Jamaica Live Show. I'm your host, Katie Francis.
And I'm your other host, Monique McIntosh.
And we have a very interesting show coming up for you guys today. In fact, we are having a eBay takeover. Monique, joining us, we have a very special guest who's going to be teaching us some stuff, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
But before that,
hmm
Mo,
hmm
we have our word of the day.
Yes.
We have our tech trivia question, which, guys, you must apologize. We did not put out yesterday, but you can still drop your answer in the chat during the show and we will select a winner. We also have our tech news, right? And in today's segment, we're looking at the Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness, specifically his foundation and the work that they've been doing to get children tablets. We're also going to be talking about the massive Twitter war
Ah,
between Jamaica and the United States that took place over the weekend. It was
yeah.
brutal, right? We're
Yeah.
going to talk about why that happened and, some of our observations. And we're also going to be talking about new changes coming to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, Masri, who is the head of Instagram, put out a very cryptic video on his Twitter pages a couple days ago, talking about changes and taking feedback, and the focus is on video. And basically what he's saying is rolling with the punches because competition stiff out a road. So
Yeah.
we're speculating as to what those changes may be and kind of
How it kind of look
what we
like.
want the changes to be, because I'm not sure how them reach a CS and will still not get reels. Just saying, all right. And later on, we have Che. No, Che, if I mispronounce your name, forgive me. Is it Dedier? Dedier. Joins us to talk about good pods and the Caribbean community of podcasters that he's trying to develop on that platform. He's going to talk to us about what this Good Pods platform is, why he chose that platform to build a community, and what are some of the advantages to having a what's that now? A community. Why should Caribbean podcasters get together and build out? Pretty much.
Yes. And technically speaking, we have a special guest, as Katie would have mentioned earlier. We're talking with Mr. Barrington McIntosh, who is an international e-commerce consultant. Listen, he's the big dogs. And we're going to break it down to you why, right? Mr.
Mhm.
McIntosh is one of Amazon's top sellers. And I'm not talking about in the region. I'm not talking about in Latin America and North
Worldwide,
America. I'm
baby.
talking about in the world,
In the
right?
world.
In fact, and he would have started some time ago. He
In
first
2009.
tasted that massive success on Amazon in Q4 of 2012 when him and his wife broke into the top 25% of sellers on Amazon International for that holiday season, and they've just been growing ever since.
No, remember Dominique, they've been
Yes.
doing it since 2009 and making bank. But when they started making bank was in that 2012 period.
Yes. And Mr. Macintosh is actually used by some of these international brands around the world, including Amazon, to train sellers. as to how they should outfit their platforms to try and replicate some of the success that he has had in e-commerce. And today he joins the Digital Jamaica, and not for the first time either,
For the
but he
third time.
he comes back on the Digital Jamaica stage to share his story with you and to share some tidbits about how you too can get started right now. And that's part of the reason why we chose eBay. So you guys have to stay tuned to hear some more information about how that works and how you can get in.
And to though Monique, Mr.
Yeah.
McIntosh is not just Amazon top seller. He's a top
Mm-mm.
seller on all the major e-commerce. He has conquered them all. So if you think of a major e-commerce platform, he's on it and he's killing it. So
And
he has extensive knowledge and experience right across these different platforms, and that's what he's going to be sharing with us today.
Yeah, and I was adding to say sometimes we don't think about certain spaces because even sites like Walmart, Mr. McIntosh has gotten products and stuff in
Mhm.
on the Walmart's website, which sometimes we don't think about things like that. So a
Mhm.
lot of juicy tidbits to learn from
Right, because
Mr.
it's hard
McIntosh.
being outside the US and trying to get on those platforms, but he has found a way. You see, Jamaican people, where there's a will,
There's a way.
there's a way, and he has found it, and he's
Yeah.
making money, and he's going to tell us how today. But before we do that,
Yes.
a quick word from our sponsors. Well, the Digital Jamaica Show is sponsored by G5 Cyber Security Limited, protecting businesses and families. Now, shout out to Gavin Dennis over there on G5 Cybersecurity for being our first show sponsor. All right, so visit www.g5cybersecurity.com to assess your company's network for security vulnerabilities. I always get tongue tied there. And to see if you comply with the Jamaica Data Protection Act, because guys, that is so important. A mere treachery and foolishness are going on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Hackers are hacking, okay,
Yeah.
and people's information and data is being stolen left and right. So it's important that you secure your space and that you're compliant. So visit g5cybersecurity.com for more. Now, Mo, it's over to you for our word of the day and our trivia question.
Awesome. So today's word of the day naturally is e-commerce. Now, simply put, because we're not interested in tongue twisting and making it more complicated than it has to be, e-commerce really refers to commercial transactions conducting electronically via the internet, right? So it covers a wide gamut of activities, including selling on some of these e-commerce sites, if you had your own website, etc., etc., etc. Right now, this term is a big umbrella term, and it encapsulates other terms as well, like things like drop shipping. According to Shopify, dropshipping is a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the products it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product using the dropshipping model, it purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. And as a result, the person who is selling you the product doesn't have to handle the product directly. Now, thought that was interesting, and so you kind of got a twofer today, both e-commerce and drop shipping. Just to get a bit of understanding of how vast and how wide the terms and or the gamut that e-commerce really covers. Now, you know that our trivia question is always connected to our word of the day. So today's trivia question is: who is credited as being the inventor of online shopping? And in what year did he or she create it? Who is credited as being the inventor of online shopping? And in which year did he or she invent it? So you guys can drop your answers in the chat wherever you're listening from, and we will jot down the names and, of course, do our draw at the end of the show. Make sure you share and you tell us what your answer is because you just might be a winner.
All right. And Monique, what is our prize? So if you are going to start selling on eBay, you need to be able, and this is something that Mr. McIntosh is going to talk about, you need to be able to make your products look attractive, right?
Yes.
Which means that you need to be taking nice photographs.
I believe you.
So we are giving, and in order to take nice photographs, you need lights. So we're giving away another, what do you call that now?
Ring light.
We're giving away another ring light, guys, and that is our prize for today. Okay. All right, guys. So quickly moving into our tech news segment. Mo, what is our honorable robot Prime Minister doing?
Okay, and this was just really quickly. We saw that the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, donated 40 tablets to different students in Southern Trelawney. So there were different schools that these students kind of represented. And it's a part of a bigger effort to support what the government has been doing. Government, private sector, even support from overseas has been coming in around really supporting our children and our students with the requisite devices that they need to keep up in this age. So this actually carries, this donation of 40 tablets actually boosts up the tally of his donations of devices, both computers and tablets, to over 1,000 through his foundation. So, I mean, we want to say thank you to Mr. Holness. We know that there's a lot more work that needs to be done because it really shouldn't be a scenario or situation where so many individuals just don't have access.
We still have a problem with this tablet thing.
And
guys, have you ever used a tablet? A tablet is so limiting.
Yeah.
It is such a limited device. I don't think tablets were unless it come with like the attachable keyboard, and it is so difficult to use a tablet for anything other than browsing or light use in an educational setting.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's easier to acquire than a laptop. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, but and it helps to boost your numbers more.
We'll go so far, then we'll stop. And then we'll go so far. If we're going to do this thing, why not just do an all-out laptop drive? It lasts longer. You know, it is. I rant about this almost every week, and I'm not going to be today because we're pressed for time. So quickly, go, guys. Jamaica, we call it Jamaica Twitter.
Yes.
Was all
buzzing
in full force, in full war regalia. Okay,
buzz.
Ready with machete, our cutlass, our chopper, our pot cover, and we were out in these Twitter streets in an all-out war with USA. Well, to be specific, Black American Twitter or Black Twitter.
Yeah,
and you know. The reason for this was because I don't know what happened, but Andre Lowe, over at Gleaner, pick up yourself, right? He got some
scoop,
a sweet, the scoop of the year so far, right? And the scoop was that Sha'Carri Richardson, who has run the second fastest time this year to qualify for the Olympics, out. She's out of the Olympics because she tested positive for marijuana, and it is a banned substance.
Well,
right?
correction. She's out of the 100-meter
But
race.
she was at the time that the Guinea reported it. Nobody knew if they were going to ban her, but they had to. The US authorities had to, because it's WADA rules. Now, WADA is the world anti-doping agency, not the American anti-doping agency. And a lot of Americans clearly miss that.
Don't understand.
Memo. Yeah. So
a lot of Americans don't understand that America is not the world. Full stop. Have you ever watched any post-apocalyptic movie?
Before that,
yeah.
Whenever I feel her before that, not because of anything except our mouth, and she kind of hype, and you know how Jamaican people are with the hype, better, more than hype
Yeah.
Who, yes. So when Shelly, pocket rocket, fastest woman in the world except Flojo, but second fastest woman in history, ran a record-breaking 10.63. Yeah, everybody that talk about her because she done the place. Miss Shakari decides that she don't go on Twitter and talk about, oh, it's because of she why some people making history, and Jamaicans were like, I wonder what a girl you throw a word from. Hi Stephen, good morning Auntie Pat, good morning Aishiba, Sashia, I see you guys, game hacks, right? So Jamaicans were like, oh, the girl, and I know our Shelly, because guys,
who has been here, done
this, veteran, Olympian, world record breaker,
gold medal winner,
I know
a good girl, Shelly at all.
Because it's not an attack on Shelly, it's an attack on Jamaica. You guys know how we stay. Anyways,
and not just that, we love Shelly.
Shelly's the boss, right? So several reasons why the war starts. So whenever they like her from them time there, because she's too bright and hype, and she not going for hype because you've never been to the list. And she ain't going this year. But right? So
let's even clarify in terms of even a part of the reason for the contention. Shakari is claiming to be the fastest woman in the world.
No, she didn't. Shakari did not claim anything.
Her fans.
All of this been from American news media. Yes, and that's one of the reasons why Jamaicans are upset, because American news media, right, have been mislabeling her as the fastest woman in the world.
Yeah.
She is not. That is Shelly.
Yeah.
Put some respect on her name, right?
Yeah.
So that is one reason why Jamaicans are upset. The second reason why Jamaicans are upset is because Black America went on this whole cause, even petition money.
I saw it.
Shakari should be allowed to run because the Olympics is trying to oppress Black women, and I'm like, there are 3 other Black women on her team.
Yeah.
Jamaican squad is all Black women.
Women.
How many Black women across the world qualified because they never take weed?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we understand that she had a tragedy, and we understand that he was coping. But this is where my sympathy fears stop. Because I did sympathize. She forget ban, but I sympathize because of the situation. But this is where my sympathy stopped. My girl came on American news media and said, yeah, me didn't know say, but I'm still do it because me didn't want to do it. And I'm thinking at that point, Monique, argument cease.
Yeah.
What else did I have to say?
There's nothing else to say.
She take it jokes. She admits that she didn't know, so she didn't have to take it. And she admits that she didn't want to take it, so she take it. So she said it with her chest. Yeah. But America turned her into a martyr. She was a martyr for the weekend. And that picked Jamaicans up because they're like, if this was ever Shelly Ann, who did ever get tested and banned? You're saying what we are weeded. Right?
I already hear that.
None of them would be on our side campaigning for Shelly to run.
Absolutely not.
And what this brought about for a lot of us, Monique, is what we're calling American exceptionalism. And it's funny because that is what Black Americans accuse white Americans of. This whole exceptionalism and privilege. And
Yeah.
somebody said it, and I couldn't agree more, that when it comes to certain things, Black Americans act very much like white Americans, and they don't even realize that the same things they're complaining about, i.e., using your privilege
Mm-hmm.
to try to
They
get
do it
ahead,
too.
is the
Mm-hmm.
exact same thing they do to non-Americans,
Yeah.
not Black people who are non-Americans. Because, guys, in case you didn't know, there has been an ongoing feud between Black Americans and Caribbean people in America, because according to Black Americans, Caribbean people don't understand their plight. And I agree to some extent, because after slavery ended for us and we got independence, etc., we were self-governing. They have never been self-governing. They're in a white people country.
Yeah.
And the American
And not just that, we
system,
surrounded with Black people.
with Black people, and the American system is a racist system. Everybody knows this. This is not a rocket science.
Yeah.
Everybody
This ain't
knows.
nothing new.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
But our problem is, you can't on one end be complaining about oppression and privilege, and then
And
turn around
oppress.
when you travel outside of the US, or when you are talking about people outside of the US, manifest
same
that same
thing.
attitude.
Yeah.
And that is why the war started. And y'all know Jamaican people don't, we say no prisoners. And we say everything I get slaughtered. So let me tell you now. It was a bloodbath, and I think it was last weekend that Americans realized they messed up, and they messed with the wrong set of people, because Jamaicans were not backing down, and it was a back and forth for the ages. And I think a lot of Black Americans realized that, oh, okay, so they are not
Jamaica.
They're not
Jamaica.
I know we want to stop with.
But Katie, one of the points that kind of stood out for me is, I understand why this was the perfect recipe to create this disaster, because we're talking about marijuana. We're talking about a herb that grows out of the ground, right? That many Blacks historically. Hold on.
I am not going. No money. I'm not going there with you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Hold on now.
The point.
No,
but is it banned?
Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Is that they stood on the backs of that, and then tried to use that rationale and reasoning to campaign to say this is why it should be. It should be.
Jesus, could have come down and go, my people.
It should be allowed.
I don't care if Jesus himself grew it out in buttocks and said, my people, manna from heaven. Me not care where it come from. That's not. And Joe Biden was the voice of reason. Joe Biden came out and said,
them attack Joe.
Of course, but he was the voice of reason. He
was
said,
right.
Listen. She admitted she was wrong. She knew she was wrong. It was a bad substance, and the rules are the rules. And I hear Black Americans talking.
No, he didn't end there.
Hold on. Talking
about.
Never
end there.
Oh, the reason why Jamaicans are so compliant is because, as the one person talk about, oh, Shelly shouldn't run. She must boycott in solidarity. And I'm like, you want Shelly die here? Because if Shelly and Fraser Price ever decide to say she had a boycott Olympics, she can't live here. Live in Jamaica where? Which part in Jamaica Shelly and Fraser could have lived? But she had boycott and stuff. First of all, no ma'am, no sir, that was Shelly smart. And second of all, why the hell should she? This girl has been shading her. And then the final insult, even after the whole storm and Antipat asking who won the war, we won the war. Because even after she came out, even after it kind of was dying down, the Sunday money, she come back again. Oh, this is the last, what she said? It's a pity she won't be at the Olympics, but as the next time, this is like she said, the Olympics will not be the same after she will go. Well, we don't know because you won't be there. Go run in Oregon where weed is legal. Go win state championship. Good for you, boo. We do world stages. Thank you. Bye. I mean, she keeps doing these little things and saying these little things, and it's ticking people off. And even when the conversation was dying down, she come back again. And I'm like, are you determined? You should have looked to say a foreigner there because you'd have get your. And I don't condone violence. I'm a non-violent person.
Which part?
But should know.
It got pulled into the whole idea of historical politics, and I think that person's got very emotional around. That's why I say it created the perfect recipe because it was weed. Because them stand up on that history and apply it to this situation when would you be saying the same thing if she took coke?
She never ever asked feet and coke would have come out of her system quicker.
Right?
Come out of your system. Weed stays in your system for up to 30 days. Coke stays in your system for 2 to 3 days. That's what the people on TV said. I don't know personally.
Yeah. Okay? And the
thing is... And persons were even saying the rules are clear. Competition starts at 11:59 on the night before and ends at a particular time on the day off. She couldn't not smoke weed. Feed that time there.
No, what happened? Even for she got a 1 month ban, right? And the 1 month is the least amount of time that an athlete who have used a banned substance can be penalized for. And the reason why she got away with the 1 month rather than 3 months or even something even longer, she completed a counseling session, right? With their thing, as well as the substance was used outside of the competitive period. So she used it right before, but as you say, it was still in her system and it got picked up. And she would have known this as well because you have to do testing in preparing for the Olympics, and should have done the trials. Should have done the trials and stuff like that before.
She said she knew.
Yeah.
This is not debate. She said she knew.
I'm not debating. I'm explaining why she get the 1 month.
Me no business why she get the 1 month. Remember when Shelly teeth did that attack, she gonna get the oxycodone for her teeth and then ban her for 6 months.
Yeah.
Bigger athletes with less committing less offenses and get more time. And then people drag Michael Phelps. Poor Michael Phelps was I wonder when they hit. Because Michael Phelps got a 6 month, a 3 month.
3 months.
And it was out of competition. It's a picture them sick and ban the boy and he lose so much money. Nike claims to them sticking by her. Good for them. Michael Phelps got a 3 month ban and lost millions in
endorsements.
I don't want to hear nobody talk about her. And it was just a dumb for me because they were just not interested in facts. This was the best example of post-trutherism I have seen all year. This was just an alternative facts shitfest. Anyways, guys, before Mr. McIntosh, we didn't even get to talk about Instagram, but we'll talk about that later. Before Mr. McIntosh come on, we want to quickly jump over to Che to talk about good pods. Welcome, Che. Welcome. So, you didn't have to make everybody know that you that they come from.
No. This is not.
You come out with your Trinidad shirt.
Hey, this is not for
that's
Trinidad.
Football gear.
This is for Spain.
But with the black and white and the red, it looks very much like the flag.
I mean,
which
that
team
might
is that?
have something to do with it. Spain.
España.
So Che reached out to me over the weekend and you said that you were starting a Caribbean podcasting community on the Good Pods platform, and you wanted to invite me to be a part of it. So Che, can you quickly just explain what is Good Pods and why did you choose that platform to start the community on?
Well, first of all, Good Pods is a podcast listening platform, similar to how we have Apple Pods or Spotify or any of those other applications. Just that with Good Pods, it's strictly for podcasters. In that you don't need to upload your content. You can use any of the other third-party applications to upload your podcast, but it could be found on Good Pods. The benefit of Good Pods is I liken it to the Instagram or the Twitter of podcasting, because simply clear, if you're listening to a podcast on Good Pods and I'm your friend, I could see exactly the content that you would be listening to, that you subscribe to. And Good Pods would say, hey, here's your bestie, Kidia, and this is what she's listening to. And, it would recommend that listen as well. Because of that organic type suggestion or infusion on the app, it makes it kind of, how to say, the selection process for recommendations is more natural then. It's not you putting in information, but strictly just because of your relationship with someone on the platform, it would recommend stuff.
So in that way, though, Che, it acts like a social media platform, because I remember you walking me through it on Sunday, and my first thought was, this looks like Twitter. It literally is set up to look like Twitter. So it's actually a social media platform for podcasts.
Correct. You could even persons like myself who haven't launched my podcast as yet. Even persons like myself, we could have followers, create groups, and so on. And it just happened upon a chance meeting with the CEO from Good Pods that he mentioned to me, well, the Caribbean hasn't carved its space yet in podcasting on the app. Now, my background is in IT. So I looked at the app and it didn't seem like a gimmick. Like, you visit our website, you use the app, and you tell yourself one time, this is not for me. It don't look secure. It doesn't, it's sticky, all of those type of things, but was a properly built platform.
It is. It's very
And I said to myself, I was like, well, this thing is young. It is early. They have a long-term vision and a plan for the app. And, why not have the Caribbean be part of it? We don't have a collective space as yet in podcasting.
We have the Caribbean directory, but it's not a social space.
It's not a social space where we could, because even in my highlights for podcasting, or highlights in Caribbean podcasters, any listener could come and share their thoughts on an interview in the comment section, and we could have a general discussion about the information shared there. So, listeners to Digital Jamaica could come on and comment and say how much you love Kidia, or how much you love Monique, or for me, this is the first time looking at this show. I mean, we've spoken before, but seeing the personality come through, we could comment on certain things like that. Even a topic or share feedback on an episode. All of these things could be done in public or even in private, because they could message you as well and reach out to you.
It's a proper social media app with all the functions. If you can imagine Twitter, it looks exactly like that and seemingly functions exactly like that as well. So if you are a Caribbean podcaster and you're looking for another platform to promote your podcast on, and you're looking to join a community of podcasters where you guys can share, promote, and grow and build together, then check out the Caribbean community on the Good Pods platform. And the good thing too, Che, is that the creator of Good Pods actually in some ways working with you to get that, thing.
And not only that, they're in tune with what's happening in the group, right? Because of the communications that I have with them, in terms of what it is we're trying to do there in this space. Listen, the biggest group is what, 650 something, or 640 something. And that was our astrology. Listen, in the Caribbean, even if we ask 3 of our friends to follow us as a collective, right, we could surpass that and really build a proper listening community for ourselves.
For platforms,
And my thing is, I liken it to replacing radio stations, because the variety of podcasts we have from health and wellness,
and it's
music, on demand, right? So it's not like when you turn your radio dial and you have to listen to what's happening at the time. You could select the content that you want. You could even create a playlist or podcast that you would like to listen to.
And
And
one of the
I think
reasons
that,
why podcast is so good too is because it doesn't require a lot of commitment from the listener. You can turn your podcast on while you're driving, commuting, cleaning, and it's playing in
Mhm.
the background, but you're still hearing it. And it's such a rich source of information. It is
Yep,
such a rich source of information. So, Che, I'm going to have to let you go. Thank you so much. Where can
no problem.
they find the link to join the community?
Well, first of all, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle is exactly the same as my name. Right, it's Che Dedier on Twitter, and you can get a link from there or on the Good Pods podcasting app. You just search up Caribbean Podcast Group and you'd find us.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Che.
Yeah,
And
no
you see,
problem.
I did pronounce your name correct the first time.
Yeah,
Yes, I did. Okay, all right then. Thanks, Che.
all right, no problem.
All right. We appreciate our Trinidad or Trini counterparts and the work that they're doing. And it is so amazing that we can come together and work together and collaborate together. And I find that Jamaica is in the Caribbean. We are, kind of the furthest ahead in terms of digital and tech integration. And Trinidad is not very far behind us. So it's always good because they're always, to me, my experience has been they're always willing to, jump on and talk and collaborate and stuff, and that's amazing. All right, guys, Mo, are we
Yes.
ready?
Yes,
Guys,
like Freddie.
Coming up.
I'm over here preparing the
Yeah,
strips for our
for the
contestants.
answers.
You
Okay.
guys need to keep them coming, keep them coming.
Yes. But before we jump over coming up next
Mhm.
is our conversation with Mr. McIntosh, who is a global super seller and e-commerce consultant, and he's going to be talking to us about how to make money on
Shmoney.
eBay. But before we do that, we have some quick
Yeah.
announcements. Guys, if you have not yet listened to our latest podcast episode with Kalila Reynolds, miss out. It's the first time that one of our episodes has actually gone viral, which is amazing. But let me tell you something, Kalila understood the assignment and she came prepared. And she and Monique, I don't know what Monique did to her, but Kalila tell us all our business. And it was an amazing conversation from an amazing woman doing amazing things. And what is so awesome is she get COVID, she pregnant, she have a 3-month-old and 2 other kids, she have a full-time job, she have a husband, and in the midst of all of that, my girl decided to no, mega chuck off and become an entrepreneur and launch my own media company, because not a TVJ, not a CVM, not a Nationwide, none of them wanted her idea. They all rejected it. She had to pay to have I think it's some of her stocks. She had to pay to have the first show she created. She had to pay for it to be run on NNN, that's Nationwide counting stocks. I think she had money. What's the name of that one?
What she did on Nationwide?
Stocks.
Taking stock.
Taking
stock.
It. Taking stock. First actually came out on Nationwide, but she had to pay to have that done on Nationwide. Nobody touched her idea. She's been shopping it around. She spent thousands of dollars shopping around the idea to so many people, and nobody touched it. My girl decided, screw it. I'm going to launch my own media company on YouTube, and less than a year later, my girl will make $26 million in revenue. $1 million in revenue. Attracting her own sponsors like Proven, Bulwark Insurance, Sagicor, Jamaica Stock Exchange, even the government. Yes, okay. So my girl is making money and looking fabulous, might I add, and we'll love to see it, because the myopia in traditional media, yeah, that's a thing. All right. We're also happy to announce that our second pop-up talk series is scheduled for July 17th, 2021. And this time we're talking about working abroad. If you are a skilled Jamaican or if you're in your final year at college, you don't want to miss this one. It's free. You can go to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere our link is. When you click the link in the bio, you will see it and just go register, save your seat. We have a lineup of some amazing people that is really going to come and talk about things like what you need to do to attract recruiters online, how you need to set up your online profile, how to go through the recruitment process, what happens if you study abroad, how to go through the lottery system. We'll have an attorney from the USA and an immigration consultant from Canada who's going to explain the process on both those sides. What do you do if you have already migrated to one of these territories and you want to get into the job world? Because people think, yeah, man, I migrate, I'm fine, work tomorrow. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, okay? So she's going to talk to us about how to integrate once you have migrated, get into the working world, find jobs, etc. For some people, they may need to redo some of their qualifications, and there are fast-track processes to redo some of those qualifications since you are already qualified elsewhere. It's a lot, guys, and we're going to talk about all of it. We're also going to have persons who have already gone through the process. There's one person who left Jamaica, went to study, and then went to the lottery process. There's one person who migrated and then got into an internship process to Google. There's two other persons, one who got a job, found a job here, went through the immigration process, and the job helped him get to that country. And there's another one who started working remotely and then eventually migrated to work on site. So guys, we always try to give you as much information from all angles as possible so you are fully informed before you make any decision. So July 17th, starting at 4 p.m., link in our bio to register. It is free. Go and save your seat. We also have our influencer boot camp coming up. Guys, we're going all out for this boot camp because someone had to be foolishness online and don't need to stop it. We don't need to stop it. And we're going to teach you guys how to stop it. Yes. So we have our influencer bootcamp that is going to be launched later this week. And that is slated for August 14th and 15th. It's a 2-day intensive bootcamp. We're taking you through from, the beginnings of, starting your brand right through to protecting your brand legally. So we have an attorney who's going to be on board, who's going to be teaching some sessions. And we have two major influencers, as far as we're concerned, Ashley Carla and Lisa Gay, that is always flying out somewhere, doing some work for somebody, and my girl is global. And they're also going to be our guest instructors, and I'm also going to be an instructor as well. So 2 days is going to be awesome. Look out for more of that later. Okay, Monique, are we ready?
Absolutely.
I see Mr. Mack is in the building.
Today we have an extra special show, as we've been teasing you guys. Our guest is ready, and we're ready to carry him on. As a bit of background, Mr. McIntosh actually worked in IT in Texas, so in the foreign, before transitioning to using e-commerce platforms like Amazon, eBay, and we've mentioned a few others to replace his 9-to-5. Now, if selling on Amazon and eBay can replace a US IT 9-to-5,
and it was his wife who started the business, and then he realized that she was making more money than I was. And he's like, right? Hold on.
And what it allowed them to do is to live in Jamaica while being able to provide for your family. Because a lot of the time when persons migrate, it's really about, making sure you can provide for your family and money, and they didn't have to worry about that. So without any further ado, I want to bring on Mr. McIntosh. Hi, Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mac.
One. I love all the thing I go on, man. Nice.
Now, guys, this is the third time Mr. Mac is actually coming on Digital Jamaica platform. And Mr. Mac, actually, we met at the Cool Market eCommerce conference that they had about 2 years ago, and Mr. Mac was a main speaker, and I thought all the speakers were American until he opened his mouth and I was like, that's a Jamaican. That's a Jamaican. And when I tell you, that was one of the best presentations I have seen at a conference. And at the end of the presentation, I went to Mr. Mac and I was like, listen, I think you're amazing. Please talk to me. And ever since, Mr. Mac has been a supporter and a friend to the Digital Jamaica platform, and we really appreciate him for that. But Mr. Mac is not here to talk about friendship, okay?
Yeah.
Mr. Mac is here to talk about eBay. And, Mr. Mac, but before we go into that, can you tell us about your start in e-commerce, selling online, and making a ton of money?
The funny thing about my start was, when you're doing the 9 to 5 and you're thinking, listen, all your mind is on is, we need to make money, or we can make some money. Mm-hmm. It took a long time for me to see that wasn't the start. That's not what I need to think about. Mm-hmm. I need to think about how I can bring value. Once I shifted my mindset and I started to build relationships and bring value to the marketplace, it just took off. But just the start of, can I really stay here in Jamaica and somebody order something from me and I ship that to the customer and the customer actually pay me? Is that possible? A lot of persons on this live now may be thinking, yeah, right, I'm just talking, that not really possible. And I can tell you, that's how I felt at first. But when we went to school in Florida, and when you talk to people, hey, morning, so and so and so, hey, I can't talk to you right now, I don't have my coffee yet. And I said, yeah? Oh, them. And I started to think about it. Jamaica have the Rolls Royce of coffee. And I said, all right, I'm going to come back at Jamaica, I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to come back at Jamaica, I'm going to try a thing. But even before that, my aunt had a glass fish. Somebody gave it to her. And she said, let me see it upon this eBay thing. See if you can sell it for me. In my mind, my mindset wasn't right at that time. And that is what you have to get right, your mindset. I was like, can this really work? So I said, okay, let me just go and list it. So I took some pictures and I listed it on eBay. This was back in like 2005. And I sold that glass fish for $65 US.
Wow.
When Cold Bomb take you, say it really work. Like it's sell and you get the email say, please ship your order now, customer so and so and so and so. That was it. Like I didn't need nothing else. And I said, you know what? It's when I come back to Jamaica, I'm going to look for products locally and I'm going to start list them online. So eBay, when we really start out first, to list on eBay, come back to Jamaica, started to say the creative stuff, like when we have done at the craft market downtown. Going there one day, lady said to me, buy something from me, sir. A 3-5 with a nice little, it was a cutting board, but when you fold it out, it come in a fruit basket. Really creative. And that's the thing about Jamaica. We have so much creative things, but we just can't bring them to the market. No eyeballs on it. Nobody not passing. So I said, I don't have no money right now, but I can take a picture. Take a picture, go home. Within 2 weeks, it sold for $85 US. When I went back to the craft market, what the lady tell me, say, I'm going to drop the price. I'm going to give it $2.5 now because I need the sale. And I said, no, man. I paid her the $3.5 and tip her. Me make $85 US, which was like 10,000, 11,000 at that time, And I'm thinking, if me do that, why I need to bring down for your thing for? So I paid her, and that started it off. Mm-hmm. You can actually list products that are local, that people want, on a platform like eBay, and people can buy. But the exciting thing about it now is that we had all this bureaucracy, all this red tape. They don't take Jamaica like Amazon and so forth. But now eBay says, listen, we are free up the thing. we're checking Jamaicans, anybody in the Caribbean, anybody in that, and also we're opening up the payment processor that your money come right back into your account. Next level thing that now, different thing, because that was the biggest bottleneck. When you get your money, you go in a PayPal, you have to find somebody to send it to and fees and all of that. Yes, the Pioneer has fees, but it comes right back to your account. And I'm thinking, we need to tell the people about this. This is significant. This is a significant step. And if people can really catch on to this and really understand the demand that is in the marketplace right now, people are dying for Jamaican products. With the COVID and everything locked down and it just get tight. I sold a customer, I think, what was it? Some nutmeg. I sold him some nutmeg, and the customer said, he emailed me and said, yo, sell tin mackerel too. A we out in one place. Like the possibilities are just abnormal right now. He must say, sell tin mackerel too. I said, tin mackerel? Yeah, you wanted that? And think about it. We understand that what you need to do is to provide that service, bring it to the market where people can actually get it and they can actually, pay for your product, pay for your time, whatever they want. So they're looking for stuff online. They're searching. Don't go where people now search. Go to eBay, Amazon, whatever, Walmart. People are searching. So that's where you go. And once you can do that and bring it to the market, you will be surprised. Like I did a test last year. So okay, let me test it. So I brought about 32 students. And one of the students come back to me and say, in 6 months, she said, Mr. Mark, I made it over $2 million. What?
Nice.
And that is just going and finding local products, listing them online, and making a sale, going to the post office, which a lot of people don't even know they can work.
Mr. Mark, no, Mr. Mark, when I reach to say it, yeah, do it, too much. When I reach to say it, guys, that's a gem y'all have to stay tuned for. Mr. Mark, before you reach there, you were saying that COVID has brought a lot of opportunities for Jamaicans to sell online because Jamaican products are in demand. Can you explain that a little bit more? Who's buying this product? And how do you know what it is? How do you know what to sell?
Good question. You always ask some good questions, Akira. Hear this now. Now, think about those who you just spoke about a while ago, going away, and you're there in America now. But you want a little Milo, or you want a busy tea because, COVID a lick over the wicked, and what is the busy and the Cersei, and that If you're in a remote location, it's like you're thinking, no, when may I get this? We're going to the supermarket in a day, or some new something there where you don't understand. And your mind tell us that going to work for you. You need busy. You need Cersei.
Yeah, you need home remedies.
You need home remedy where your mother did use. You need for rub up and sap. And that anyway your mother used to use. All right. Where may you go find that now? Where do you find that? You need a Vicks rub on your chest. The normal something them. Where you go find that? You go online and you start search. And once you search online, you're like, wow, it's here on eBay. I can buy it. And I mean, obviously you have Amazon and Walmart, but eBay is a gold mine because it's on tap. A lot of people don't even touch it. You can sell used stuff and you can sell brand new stuff. We focus on the new stuff unless we have something really, really in demand. But the key thing is eBay has a historical data that you can run a search and it tell you how much the tea sell for and how many sold in the month. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel, go figure out, so how many I sell it for? I wonder if we can do with shipping. I wonder, do you know what's, like books? You see the books that we used to read in a all-age school and so? Them book there sell wholly. Like it's just, people are looking for those things and can't find it. So once you can bring something to the market that people are, all right, the dashiki cloth?
Yeah.
You know how that sell? Would you even think about that? Nobody would think about like dashiki. About people want to associate with the patois and the Jamaican and they want to wrap them head and they want to make them look as that sell by the yard.
Wow.
You're thinking, wow, if I can list this and say, okay, how much a yard, and you can go to my pings and buy it and get it ready and you go do your shipping, you just made a sale. And I can tell you, if you sell even teas, like you go buy $100, you sell some teas and you sell a box of tea for like $8.99 and plus shipping. you just made $500 on one. And all you have to do is just rinse and repeat. Do more of these, rinse and repeat. Look at the historical data, see what's selling. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't need to, what I love about eBay, you don't need no trial and error. You can actually look at the historical data, see if it has sell before you say you want to list it. And even to that, you can list the product. When you get the sale, then you go buy it. You can do that as long as the product, you know that it's available. You can't list anything where you can't go deliver.
Yes,
but you list something where you know they are wagga wagga and you can go find that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I walk into the supermarket and I'm looking on the shelf and I'm smiling and people are past me say, "I don't come mad man here." I'm just look on the shelf and I laugh. And I'm thinking, you don't understand when me just see. Me I see a different thing from what you are seeing.
Yes, dollar signs. But Mr. Matt, would you say that it's the nostalgia of it? And that's why these things are selling, because you said, these old books that we used to have. Because I remember the other day I was looking for the wooing of Peppertip, because that was, I'm hearing myself echo.
You have a headphones, Mr. Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's you.
See if we can plug it in, please. We're hearing ourselves echo.
I mean, I hear no echo.
You're not gonna hear it.
All right, let me see.
All right.
Much
better.
There you go.
Much better.
So I was looking, guys, let me know if you guys know the wooing of Peppertip. That was one of my favorite, and my father, Son Johnson. These are some of my favorite literature books. I was a literature kete in high school. And I've been looking for these books online. So and there's no reason why I need them except I love these books as a young person. It's nostalgia, you're reminiscing about the past and stuff like that. So right. Do you think nostalgia plays a major part in reselling or some of these items, like these old books, etc.? It does.
And people are not able, it's like all you live off now is your historical, like, listen, I was in Jamaica, the good times, the memories, a lot of people looking for that now. Mm-hmm. Like, let me go online and teach them, because I'm going to bring on one of these old artists and, you get to learn a lot about what used to happen, even at your time where you never know.
Yeah.
So that plays a lot, but right now a lot of people can't travel. So you don't have that, suitcase, courier where I'll carry up something in the suitcase. So they're not traveling back and forth so much. So people are looking for these unique Jamaican products. They're looking for items that they can purchase, that they can, so they need to feel like they're in Jamaica. They need, just the Milo or the Horlicks or the local thing that we have, the chocolate, the Roma cocoa, whatever it is locally. So the thing about it is, how do we bring that to the audience? How do we bring that to the market space? Meaning, show persons that, hey, I can go and get this for you and I can ship it out to you wherever you are in the world. Not just US. eBay opens you up to the world. So you have Lithuania, South Korea, everywhere in the world you can ship your products to right from here. Getting a sale, making that sale and going out and shipping it. You can do that from right here. And that's what we really want to help persons to understand, that this is not, some things are not a rocket science. This is something that anybody can do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do it.
So, Mr. McIntosh, why eBay? A lot of us know about Amazon and use Amazon a lot. And we mentioned this earlier, you've tapped into their top 25% and done major things on Amazon as well. But why the focus on eBay now?
Because Jamaicans are able to access eBay. With Amazon, you have to partner with somebody in the US. Amazon don't take us. That's it. They don't allow Jamaicans. Point blank. Hey, listen, you're Jamaican, you cannot sell. We love your products, but you cannot sell on our platform. But we love your products, but you can't sell it. So, okay, no problem. You know how we stay already. We have to figure things out. We're not doing just, we're going to figure things out. So we're going to be like, okay, all right, here's what we're going to do now. We are going to find a way where we can do it legally, and eBay say, hey, listen, we'll take you on the platform, we'll give you the payment processor. You need your Jamaican passport, your driver's license, or your passport, driver's license, or ID. They need some form of ID. And once they do that, you will have your Payoneer account set up and they'll be able to take it from there.
Mr. Mac, one of our regular viewers, Antipat, says, I just checked eBay on a hunch and see an outfit called Awesome Books USA selling her book for
the book where she writes.
She writes for $16.88.
Yes, what me I talk about? Yes, what me I talk about?
Wow.
A year book that,
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Mac, tell us what are some of the things that you can readily sell on eBay, because part of the problem a lot of people have is a startup process.
Right.
I have to go do this, I have to go find products. But what are some ready-made products ready right now where you can buy and start selling that you think are good sellers or good starters for persons who are just getting in? Yeah.
You want to know the easiest and quickest way? Just look in your fridge, in your cupboard, what you buy when you go to the supermarket. Simple.
Oh, okay.
It's very easy. What you buy when you go to the supermarket. It's as easy as that. Because that is the same thing that others abroad would buy. When you think about stuff like Bonner cheese, oh my word. I mean, never seen them sell like that in my life. Crazy.
Yeah.
Just think about the things that you love to buy, the Butterkiss biscuit and the Tigers and all of them something they sell. And you can also now move over into craft items. So you go craft market, it's a little bead them, the little neck things, books, local cookbooks. What people like to call you make dumpling, saltfish, just the local stuff. They move very well because people want their local items. And that is what I'm trying to help people to capture. And if you can figure out something that is unique to Jamaica that nobody else can, go get. Like I heard of, it's like sea moss.
Yes, Irish
moss. Gold dust. A lot of things need regulation, but for the most part, the grocery, the local Jamaican craft items, those move very, very well. And once you are able to do that, it's just something that will help you to move. Not only when you see the trends and you see what's going on, you can move, like even shirts, Sun Island Jamaican shirts.
Yeah.
Hey,
T-shirts.
You can T-shirts, Sun Island Jamaica, catchy phrases, wagwan, anything local. People love that. Just list it.
I Sheba.
You see that?
When you tease, where you at, girl? You need to be on eBay.
And those are some of the people that I want to help to get on there. You see, when they said make the first sale, Cold Bumper will take you like, what? This work? And it's history after that. May I tell you, because I know how creative we are as Jamaicans. It's history after that. Because you can easily, and your audience is now millions, as opposed to opening a little store and nobody now pass and nobody now come in and you have to run sale and give away stuff. No. Your products are now visible worldwide.
Yeah.
You want to get into a frenzy? Yes, when Olympic come, I'm going watch my store when Olympic come. Watch my store when Olympic come. Everybody has said Jamaica. Everybody has said Jamaica, so it's automatic that you're going to have people coming to search eBay, search all of. Oh wow, I can buy this, I can buy that.
Yeah.
You capitalize on the trends.
Yeah.
Capitalize on the trends.
Love that, Mr. McIntosh. So as we start thinking about this a little more seriously and looking at this as a business, what would you say is an average amount that somebody who takes this seriously can actually anticipate making, whether it's per month or per quarter?
All right. eBay starts you out at about $500 per, like the listing limit ceiling is $500. That's what it started. You can list $500 worth of products. So they want to say, okay, how Cadia and Monique will handle our clients. They're going to ship it to them on time. They're going to get good feedback. See, once you start to do that and they see it, they raise it to 1,000. They raise it to 1,500, 10,000, 20,000 worth of products that's listed. So the sky's the limit, really. But realistically, if you find a good product and you're out there, start. What I've seen, this is what I'm talking about. What I've seen, the students started like $1,000 months, then they were up to, US like 100,000 Jamaican, then they were up, and they're probably taking home 35% of that as profit. So profit is important, not sales, profit.
Yes.
Then they
Yes.
started to go up to like, the 500,000, 1 million mark, and then them run over that. And that is, remember, when you find a good product, you just start to go again, because it's the same product you sell. You might have put a 2-pack, you might have bundled it with something else, but it's the same product, and then you just add something else.
Yeah.
They just add something else.
And
So you're gonna grow.
as you scale, you can actually move from going to the supermarket, and now you can contact the company itself and buy wholesale. So you are spending less per item to get more.
Yes.
So,
And this,
Mr.
this
Mac,
your
Yes,
real,
Kedia.
this your real gravy there. And this your gravy there.
Yeah, talk about that, Mr. McIntosh. Now that you say, for instance, I find Tetley tea or some tea locally made, or even an artisan. So there's a company called some of the Outlanders, and they make artisan cheese. I think they're one of the first companies in Jamaica to make artisan cheese. If I was to start selling that cheese on eBay and it took off, can you sell that kind of food item on eBay, by the way?
As long as you have your Bureau standards and whatever you need, as long as you have all of those and up to date, and you have
Like documentation in place.
documentation, good, yeah. But it's like the UK, they don't do cheese. They don't take cheese. They're like, listen, we don't.
Because they have a whole EU regulation regarding cheese,
They don't do cheese.
etc. They're very particular about them cheese over
Very
there.
particular about the milk and them cheese.
And
They don't
then
wrap.
milk and cheese, yeah. So, and them ham, parmesan, prosciutto, what do you call it? The one you slice. I was watching a documentary some time ago. Money, I mean, you see like how customs run in and take all the shoes and bonnet. It seems to them run in and confiscate anything that is not authentic in terms of cheese, milk, and ham. Them very serious with it.
Wow.
Right.
All right, so some fine. So I'm selling the cheese, Mr. Mark. It passed regulations, no customs problem, and people love it, and it start taking off. How do I then go to the manufacturer, the producer, and say, listen, I sell the things online. People love it. Let's do something. What is that conversation like? How do you approach that?
Excellent question. You see, I like that when you have to bring the numbers. You have to show them, hey, listen. And they'll already have known, because you're coming and you're buying 10. They start by a case. They start by 10 cases, and they must say, wait, who is this person?
Them see you every week now.
You've been on the radar a long time, So now they're going to want that conversation with you, like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm telling you what I've done multiple times. What are you doing? You tell them, okay, I'm online. So, okay, so right there, you need to get an exclusive. You need to say, I want to be the one to manage your brand presence online. Not just sell nickel and dime your thing, but manage your brand presence online. Why? Because that way, if a customer leave a negative review, you go and deal with it. You go and say, all right, I'll fix that for you. I'll replace the cheese. I'll do what I need to do. Mm-hmm. So because this is going to in more volume. And guess what? Others are looking. So if other people looking, they're going to be finding probably the same item, and they're going to come and they're going to compete with you on it. So if you can make that exclusive relationship where you are the authorized seller of that product, you're gone. I tell you, that is when you go into another stratosphere. That's when you start teaching. Because you can sell it on autopilot, and then you start to do logistics where you can get a shipment into Miami, and then it's in Miami, and you start ship out of Miami, that kind of thing. That's where you go to the next level. That's where you start to scale your business.
Yeah. And now, Mr. Mac, so you found a product, it's selling, you link up with the manufacturer, you probably get some kind of sweetheart deal with them because move products, right?
Right.
How do you actually move the products? So about the logistics and the shipping part of it now, how does that work? Because earlier, before we go there, Mr. Mark, and I kind of want you to kind of streamline, kind of go a little bit deeper in terms of, because you can have a product and it's a good product, but you don't know your product description terrible, the image of the product terrible. So how do you position the products on this platform for visibility and so you can increase your sales? Because there are millions of other people, or hundreds of thousands of other people on the platform. So how do you position your products in such a way where you stand out and you find the people that will want what you're selling? Right.
Well, it's really the images, your images and your keywords. What people type in when they're searching for
SEO.
So your image and your key, because that is going to be the key factor. When I come in and I'm typing in busy tea or whatever, do I have that in my keywords? Is that in my keywords? That kind of thing. So that is where you need to be able to say, oh, I have, and then proper image, no little, phone image can be nice, but you have to take out the background. So the background white, and you want to have, like shots in motion where people are using the product. So people say, oh, so you did that? Or so you cut this up. Show them what is possible. So when they're on the listing, you're buying with the eyes and like, yeah, I want that in my pot. I want to see that right away. So your keywords, what people searching for, your images are very, very, very important to a good listing. Some products sell without that, because people know it and want it. You understand? If it's a product,
but you have to be able to find that audience.
Right. Yeah. And once people find it, viral. I'm telling you, like, that's why I wanted to get this thing rolling, because I want people to start in the frenzy of Olympics and see what me talk about. You're getting all the Jamaica brand traffic already. Worldwide, they're getting Jamaica brand traffic. And they just want something. If them can't get weed kind of legal if we buy online, they might buy something else. They might buy something else. Just want Jamaica. They want a little flag. They want a shirt. They want something that says, Wagwan, man. They want something Jamaican. So even if you're in the Caribbean, anywhere you are, you're athlete running, you capitalize on that. That's traffic coming to your listing for free. And eBay gives you that. And they also allow you to buy ads. So they're like, you want your ad to come on the top, pay them some money. And guess what? They say, we not take nothing till it sell. You can't beat that. You're getting the ad space, and it's only when it's sold they take the money.
How much do they take?
They have percentages, like 5% or whatever. So they promote your listings, and when it sell, them take. So they say, you're not paying nothing until you make a sale. Okay, all right. I'll go and take some visibility. That's fine. So you can buy ads. So what you can do, Howie, in question, you can buy ads to get visibility to your products, and you can also
buy ads on eBay.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So you have featured products, like what you see on Amazon. Yeah,
right.
And
so
people who viewed this also viewed or recommended.
Right. So once they see that, they're able to. So once people search for busy tea, your listing would come up first above the 20 listings. You would be top. So you'd be like, okay, you are going to be the best one to get the buy box to make that sale. So that is where. And what I love about this is just the process. Once you start the process and you understand it, you're just going to rinse and repeat and grow it. Just going to rinse and repeat and grow it. And I know people here who are under the quiet doing crazy gravy off of eBay. Crazy. Just under the quiet. Now I say nothing, just easy. Just doing crazy. But I think right now, because I say, you see, when you saw me at that conference, Che Dedier, it's the first time I did anything in Jamaica locally. But I'm like, no, we need it now because people need a little work. People are saying, listen, I have no work, we lose my work and COVID and so. But listen, you're now an entrepreneur. You can go out there and you can actually build something for you and your family. Something that's residual, something that you can, work, and you can dictate your own time. You get the order, you go and do what you have to do, ship it out, and you dictate your own time.
Mr. Mac, what was the first item in your store that went viral, that bust way, that really made you go, wow, you couldn't believe the kind of uptake and stuff that, well, maybe you could believe it, but it really got you.
I listed a 6-pack of Tough Crackers. This can sell.
I tell Mr. McIntosh.
No, I listed a 6-pack of Tough Crackers and it sold.
You mean Excelsior water crackers?
Excelsior water crackers. And the person who bought it messaged me and said, hey, you do better, you do the milk, the tin milk too. And your customers going to give you ideas. They're going to give you ideas. They're going to be like, you can get Jackass Corn, you can get tambourine. And I listed tambourine balls. I bought one for $60, Jamaican dollar. They buy one at it. Was it 12 coming out?
Yeah, in the supermarket.
$60, right?
Yeah.
And it was tambourine hinted with coffee. And I tasted it. I said, this tastes good, Sarah. And she said, I want to try it online.
Sarah is his
wife.
Yes. She
Sarah does the numbers.
Yeah, she run the numbers. Because sometimes you get excited about something and she's like, but we're not making no money after that. After we buy it and the fees come out and we ship it, we're not making no money. So you never talk about that. And we bubble bust and thing, but that's okay. We go again because I'm the entrepreneur. We never take the risk. And then she said, oh, this one, no. if you put it in a 6-pack, we can sell it for $16. So I'm paying $60 Jamaican, so $360, and I'm selling it for $16.99. Work that out. Plus shipping. Plus shipping. You know what I did? I called the guy.
Per tambourine pack.
Per 6-pack of tambourine. So I called the guy and said, hey, listen, how can I buy this in the case? And he's like, I'm coming back to Megamart next week. And I'm saying, okay, so bring 5 case. He said, 5 case? Like, he doesn't, like him saying, how a regular person have order 5 case, you know? And I'm not a shop or anything like that. But he don't understand what me I do. And once we get it and started to listen, it sold so fast that the lady emailed and said, when are we getting back this in stock? When is this coming back in stock? And yes, they said, tambourine, and people have said tambourine season is really tambourine season. I can tell you that. So all of your products from here can sell.
Crackers and tambourine. Buster, where you take out the little paper off.
Yeah.
Bag of Buster, bag of ice cement. I mean, there are so many ideas as we talk. But let me tell you a gold dust one. I mean, I'm so sorry to give away this one. The little rum cream them.
Yes, yes, Mr. Mark. I can attest to that because every time, yes. I have relatives who are always requesting them. Yes.
And I don't know. I never knew that, and I never even knew you could actually carry it online because of the bottle and the content and so on. 6-pack of that, gold. So what I'm going to also talk about is
just a second, Wendy. All these products that we're talking about are Jamaican products. You're saying speak about shipping products from Jamaica. Oh, shipping. We're gonna get to that. Wendy, not drop the gun, man. Not drop the gun.
Well, we want the gold, the gravy.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying, Mr. Man.
Right. Once you are able to get your products in, so the next step is okay. We want to go ship it. So you make a sale. What are you going to do now? You see excitement done and you want to ship it. Okay. The best kept secret, and this is really a secret in Jamaica, is the post office. Because a lot of people don't know about it. They're like, post office? You're crazy. Post office can do nothing. Post office, you have a service called EMS. You have a service called surface mail, parcel mail, whatever. And FedEx, DHL do a partnered one. I think it's Fast Track. All of these services, when you go to the post office, you're able to ship from Jamaica to your customers wherever in the world. Wherever in the world. So it depends. You can often tell persons, I have express shipping. You pay a little bit more gravy, pay a little bit more money, and I ship it faster. Or if you want the regular 2 week to 1 month, I ship it surface mail. That is how shipping is done. But once you are at a point where you're trying to scale now, you're thinking, okay, I can't do this little onesie twosie shipping anymore. I need to get products out to a location. So you start to ship out maybe a box to someone in the US or wherever. So it's on the ground. So when the customer order, you ship it straight to them.
Yeah.
Speed of shipping to the customer. So 2 things happens here. You have speed of shipping to the customer, but another one is people love to see where the product comes straight from Jamaica with the hummingbird.
And it's made in Jamaica.
They love that. They're like, we get my product straight from Jamaica. This is amazing. I can't believe this work. Is another way to wow your customers. So
Mr. Mac, tell them about the seasoning powders.
Which one?
You were telling me one time about looking for Jamaican seasonings.
This all right, Jamaican spices. Now, what do we use here in Jamaica when we are seasoning? We have a powder seasoning, we have curry, we have nutmeg, whatever. What do we use? You first need to look on eBay and search what is already selling. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just look on eBay and see what is already selling. What are people looking for and searching for? Once you find it, then you're now able to sell it. Let me present it. And the point is, you don't want to go and run down the price. Like somebody will sell for $15, you have to bring it down to $13. Necessary. It's in demand, it's being sold, so you don't need to be lowering the price. Just match the price of what you see, and everybody will get a taste of the cherry. You don't need to lower the price, right? But you see, with spices and things that are like nutmeg and what's the other one? Pimento. People looking for that to season up them thing and to season up all them sorrel. You see dried sorrel come the end of year. You have it in the bag, the dried sorrel. Find them dried sorrel and get them out. That replicates your customer, being in Jamaica, and going around them and say, yo, $100 bag, $200 bag, and then buying it. They see it online, they're going to buy. Oh, but what they want the pimento with it. If you put that together, that is something that people be looking for. They get
marry.
So
what you
marry.
that's exactly more. So you're giving them. So because they're Jamaicans and they understand that these things go together, if you can package it up nice for them and say,
all with the ginger,
here's everything you will need. Ginger, pimento,
ginger.
One little baby bag of rice.
leaves.
No, you want a little bag of rice, and you want a little quarter rum.
But you know what? Maybe rum can't be sold on there because regulation, but watch this.
Yeah.
You see, I can tell you now. I would love somebody to answer this. The first person to answer this, I probably have something for them. If I'm selling nutmeg, what is something that is complementary that the person going to need?
You can answer money.
I know, but you know.
Nutmeg, what is complementary so that the person is going to need?
Come, guys.
Come on.
What is complementary to nutmeg?
Kid, you don't get it yet.
Who was the
What is
first person to
complementary to
answer?
the nutmeg? What is complementary to the nutmeg that people are going to need? Quick, man, quick and fast. Most know that.
Quick and fast.
Quick and
Antipax says cinnamon, no. Antipax.
No. What are they going to need for the nutmeg to use it, utilize it?
What they use nutmeg in?
No, but what are they going to need to utilize it to do the nutmeg?
No,
What they need?
you guys are circling around it and you're not think.
You see?
Okay, so let me see if I can rephrase the question. How do you use
get it to yourself?
Greater, there you go.
So you get a nice grater them and you put it
If you
together
put a package of nutmeg with greater.
and guess what? You now separate yourself from everybody else. Because everybody's are selling this sauce or nutmeg, 6 in the pack. But you now have the greater with it. So you're just like, you're listing half a sell.
So that is how you stand out.
Stand out from everybody else. Don't go do what everybody else does. Think in your mind. People need the grater. So we go get one little grater make and put it in the package and say, I have 6 nutmeg and a grater. You're listing half a sell.
So for instance, Mr. Mac, if you're selling Jamaican treats, because we love our Jamaican treats. So you're selling greater cake. If you have a pack of greater cake, gizzard, peanut bar, and you put all of that together in a little bag, a little pack, and sell it. And create Jamaican care packages. You know what people want? They want a little chippies, banana chips, they want banana cheese. They want just create a little Jamaican package where you know so they're gonna love. Make yours unique. Put in some little other something in it and say $75. Watch how that fly. Because there have been several companies popping up in Jamaica, and that's all they do.
Put it together.
All they do.
Call it a care
packages. Yes, so the first one I know is JA Care Packages. I think the name of the guy was Rory, I think his name is.
Right.
Jamaican Care Packages, and that took off so fast.
Can you imagine
all he does is send snacks and then he moved to the actual Jamaican products like bully beef and tin.
And then you can do tigers and the red chips that what people love, and it's like these are things that don't do what the herd is doing. Be creative. Bring your own style to it. Flavor the thing. And then people are going to be like, I'm looking for Kadia's store because she always have some shell product in there. Something new, something lively.
Yeah.
And then you stand out and you just cream the market. You just collect and just cream the market from there.
All right, Mr. Mac. Let's wrap it up. So let's talk now about the shipping part. I know you said that Jamaica Post. And guys, I recently had an opportunity to interact with Jamaica Post. Tops, absolute tops. You get a text message, they'll call you, and you go deliver on the way. I mean, and I'm going, is when this happening?
What's up?
The excitement, I like it.
What's up?
So you're saying it's a well-kept secret that you can actually use Jamaica Post to ship things to anybody anywhere in the world.
Yep.
How does that work, especially when you're shipping like bulkier items that maybe weigh a lot?
So 20 pounds or less is considered non-commercial. If you're gone over 20 pounds, you're gone to a different zone. So if your product over that, you have one different classification. But 20 pounds or less you're considered non-commercial. So you can go and, do your thing and start off. Eventually, when you hit certain thresholds, you're going to need to register, get your business and all them something going. But to start off, you just start off as, regularly. Most of the online sites, they don't recognize it as a major business. It's just like a hobby. They call it a hobby, $20,000 or less or 200 sales. Them not really. But once you've gone over that, you're gone commercial zone now. Yeah. So what you want to do is to always look at your weight and your dimensions. Offer options in the shipping. You create your listings. You want it fast, boom, you put the fast price. Otherwise, it will come to you 2 weeks or 4 weeks. You offer options to your customers. Always offer options to your customers. So once you do that and you start to see how things roll, then you're going to scale. But to start off, think about products that others would be looking for, listing the keywords, you're putting in good pictures, no food pictures, good pictures, and offer shipping options. So you're going to offer, you want it in 4 days, I can send it FedEx, but it's going to cost you more money. People are willing to pay more money. Do you know, I did a care package and I told the customer, hey, this is going to be $60 to ship it. And the whole care package is $75. I said, go ahead. Want it fast.
Ooh, so the shipping was almost as much as the care package?
As much as what they paid for the care package, and they said, go ahead, I want it fast. Go ahead. I'm like, okay. So they have the money. So you just go and check DHL or FedEx or whoever and just get it shipped out fast. So those are your 3 steps. But again, you have to get your mindset right. If you think that this not going to work, it's not going to work for you. I'll tell you that right now. Don't bother even waste your time. I'll tell you straight. But you get your mindset right, you will start to see that, wow, this can actually work from here. And when you see the people about the success stories, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And then a lot of people are going to, the next year, it's going to create a wave of success stories from Jamaica. That's going to be crazy. Because I know we're hungry for it. People want the little change. They want to have even something additional to the income.
Yeah.
Just that.
Okay, Mr. McIntosh, you have an upcoming training happening where you're actually teaching persons beyond
Before
this.
Before you talk about the training money, Mr. McIntosh, one quick thing. eBay is an auction platform, right? So does the auctions aspect still applies to the store, or you don't have to go that route?
No, you don't. You have buy it now.
You have the option to buy. You have the option to buy it
now. Oh, buy now. Okay.
Yeah.
Option is when you have a unique piece of art or something you want to say. Let me see how much this is gonna fetch. So I start it low and people bid on it. Go. But if you're selling brand new products, you go buy it now. So you just put the price where you want. Buy it now. So they just put in their money, click and buy and go from there.
All right, Mo. Back to you.
Yes, Mr. Mac. So you have an upcoming training happening where you're actually going to be teaching persons how they can do it for themselves, right? A masterclass. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? What can people expect from that training?
Yeah, what is it and what we can expect?
Okay, so this training is all about what a person who is brand new to this, they have the drive, they know what they want to do, but they don't understand the whole online process. Or even if they understand, they don't understand all of the different things on there. So what we're going to do, normally what I've seen is when you do a one-off class, people are excited and they oh, I love the idea, I know this can work, so and so, but after a while without support, they just drop off. They're like, yeah. They go back, because, bills have to pay, you have to go back at work and light bill due and, you have to go back to. So what we have decided to do is to do a whole 30-day masterclass where over 4 weeks, you're in a WhatsApp group and we present 4 trainings. First training is going to be on setting up the account properly, because some people set up the eBay account and run ahead and set it up. Oh, we get suspended. Yeah, why you got suspended? Because you checked a wrong box. You never wait. Just go for the guidance. Like me, I had to do trial and error because I start when this start. But if somebody can guide me through, I'm not going to bother with the headache. But let me break it down. So we're going to look at setting up your eBay account, setting up your Payoneer account, first session. Then you have the whole week to do that. So I don't want nobody left behind. Like, as long as you have the drive and the desire, you should be able to get it done. eBay account, Payoneer account. The next week is how do I create
and the Payoneer account, guys, is to process your payments.
Right, to get your payment, because they're the ones eBay use now as their authorized payment processors.
And Pioneer can connect to your local account.
Local bank account. So your JMMB, your Scotia, your NCB. So when you get a little gravy, it comes right back in your account. And after a while, them will send you a card that you can just go and access the funds that's in your account. So if you need to go buy something from a vendor,
cash machine or from the store.
Your cash machine or from the store.
You get a MasterCard. Yes.
There you go. And you're gonna see. No, that's one. The second week is listing your product. So you will want to get the products listed. So eBay has something where they say, oh, this is already being sold on our platform. Do you want to list one like this? So we can do that. So if it's a brand new product that has never been on there yet, we'll walk you through how to list it from scratch and how to do research to see historical data, what is selling already, how much it has sell for, how much money you ever get back. So you know right away if it'll be profitable. The third week now is all about shipping. Shipping your products, you get your little box, you pack up your little brown box, you put on your tape and all that. All of that is going to be broken down. We have an eBay consultant who is coming on, and she's going to be, doing all of that. She was one of the persons who went through the class before, and she's excellent. She knew it like her handbag. She have it locked. So she's going to come on and talk about her experience and talk about how to do shipping. Then the final week now is just really Q&A. Where are you? And if you need further assistance, like listen, I have a company, I want you guys to come and sit down and set up our thing and get it done for you and just get it done and out of the way. A lot of persons are like, listen, I don't have the time to go through this. I really don't have the time. So I'll just make you guys come in and set up for us and we will just move forward. We also have that option. But for 4 weeks, and we decided to do a WhatsApp group. So if you have a question, you ask in the WhatsApp group, hey, I'm stuck here. I'm not understanding this. You ask. So Monday to Friday, we'll have that WhatsApp group up. Between the whole 1 month, we have the WhatsApp group up and you can ask your questions. Monday to Friday, you ask your questions, 9 to 5. Hey, listen, having a problem. I need help. So we want to ensure that when you're done, you're either sell already or you're right there at the point to make your first sale. That is what we want to guide you through.
Yeah. So you go all the way from startup to shipping and logistics.
Correct.
4 weeks, and you get a week to go through the process and set up, and then you have the access to the feedback, so you can message in the group and say, hey, I did this, am I support? Before you click a button and get
I'm gonna do something wrong.
Just ask Mr. Mark, look on this screenshot.
Ask the question. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay.
We welcome that.
So, Mr. Mark, what's the cost of the training? When is it, and how can persons sign up?
All right. So the cost of the training is $67 US. We make it as affordable as possible, but not only because we want people to join it, but we want to provide massive value. And we're starting on
So that is 10,000 Jamaican dollars?
Yeah, about in that region.
$10,050, yeah.
Right. But when you're done, the value we will provide, more you say, man, we should have given another 10 pack. That's the kind of value we want to provide. Because my favorite scripture is Luke 6:38, practice giving. For me, when somebody can go buy milk and help them family, when they can, go do something to help them family, that is my satisfaction.
Yeah.
It is really my satisfaction. But you see, if you tell somebody to say something free, they're not putting no effort. No. You have to put some skin in the game. You want to be serious and you want to be dedicated to 30 days of learning, taking action. That's what I say is a work job. Not no me talking
serious
right
people
now.
Alone. Serious
people.
Alone.
So if this is not for you, it's not for you and it's not a problem. But we want people who are serious and say, hey, listen. And this is anywhere in the Caribbean. If you're in Trinidad, wherever you are, it don't matter. Anywhere in the Caribbean, we're going to show you how to get this set up and set up properly from wherever you are. And we're going to have a lot of success stories out of this because some people they're passionate about it. People call me already and like, listen, how do I book? Because I'm downtown every day. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And in terms of the start time, guys, starting August 5th, Mr. Mac? August 5th. And the trainings are going to be on Thursdays. So guys, you guys can actually sign up at eComWorkshopJA.com. It's in our comments on the YouTube. That's www.ecomworkshopja.com. And honestly, I know Mr. McIntosh. In fact, we joke and say that we're cousins, but it might be so. And you guys, Mr. McIntosh is in demand by some of our biggest companies to help them tap into these same spaces. And so it's really out of his desire to assist and to help us as regular Jamaicans who want to step into this place and make a difference, that he's extending this, because some of those big names that have your number, Mr. Mac, I am very aware with our different organizations. So are there any final words that you want to share with our community this morning as we wrap up?
The key thing to this, guys, is you have to change your mindset. If you think this is not going to work, it's not going to work for you. But if you relish a challenge, if you desire to change, your income, you want to do something that's, it help you to not be tied down to a 9 to 5. Not say if you leave your work or like that, not to leave your work. You dedicate 4 weeks. So it's 4 trainings, 4 Thursdays. We're going to have the trainings. The rest of the time is just interaction, right? And if you're ready to do that, this is something that can, between now and the end of the year, e-commerce has grown, what, 20% last year? The highest growth rate ever, and it not slow down.
Yeah.
So we're in a good position, but you have to take action. You can't just think you want to do it and say, yeah, I want to do it, and then you lay, and no. You have to take action. You have to do something about it. And once you are able to do that, you're going to see what I am talking about. It is not normal in this space. So have that desire, and always think about practicing giving. Even if you just know how to wrap a box better than somebody else, teach them, show them how to do it, and watch it all come back to you. I'm telling you, that's proven. Luke 6:38, proven. Practice giving and watch. If you might think, I don't know how to do nothing, but guess what? You know how to wrap the box properly. You know how to get this. You know how to, if whatever you know to do, help others, and you will see how that comes back to you.
Okay, Mr. Mac. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and insights. We're really excited and looking forward to the start of your training, guys. That's August 5. And it's a 30 days, a 4-week masterclass with Mr. McIntosh himself, teaching you everything you need to know to get started up and running on eBay and start selling now. Mr. McIntosh, it was our absolute pleasure having you on. We look forward to talking again soon.
Yep, we look forward to that. And I tell you, follow these guys. Anybody that's on the list, my list and her list, follow Che Dedier and Monique. They bring real content, good content, and if you following them alone now gonna help you, but you have to take action.
Tell them again.
You have to take. That's what differentiates the ones who are going to be successful from the ones who just want to do it. You have to take action. You have to do it. I started out thinking, oh, if this can work, so and so and so. It's when we start take action, it start come together.
That's when it started to happen.
Okay, I have to do something. So that's what we want to encourage everybody to do.
Excellent. All right, Mr. McIntosh, thank you so much for joining us. And you guys will hear some more as the weeks go by. All right?
All right, guys.
So, everyone, we have our trivia answer, and I will go back and I'll repeat our trivia question. So, today's trivia question was, who is credited as being the inventor of online shopping, and in which year did he or she invent it? Are you ready? The answer is Michael Aldrich in 1979. And so since we have our answer, in 1979, English IT expert, inventor, and entrepreneur Michael Aldrich had a simple idea to connect a modified domestic TV to a real-time transaction processing computer via a domestic telephone line. The system was called Videotex. The first teleshopping platform, and it allowed for a simple menu-driven human-computer interface, allowing online transaction processing between computers and businesses or from businesses to business. Aldrich is his system, which he described as being universally applicable, participative communication platform, incorporated e-messaging as well as information retrieval and dissemination function, and that's why it's considered as the precursor to social networking platforms. However, it wasn't until Sir Tim Berners-Lee and his team at CERN made the World Wide Web available to the public in 1993 that Aldrich's system really took off and evolved into what it is known today. So I have our participants here, and I'm going to choose a name.
All right. So it's the system, which is
Yes.
Videotex, that started teleshopping, and teleshopping, guys, is the precursor to other online shopping. And all just over the years since to the internet, it has now it's now known today as e-commerce, but it literally started out, and you can see the photo with this guy with this huge television. Right? So guys, it's important that we know how far this comes from. So when we tell them to say techno new, and when I see Jamaican people having conferences and events, money talking about, they're discussing the revolution of tech revolution.
Whoops.
And like the tech revolution happened in the
Long time ago.
1940s. Where were y'all?
They were hiding.
This is what this is the next industrial revolution. The technological revolution is like the next industrial revolution. So we're coming out of the industrial revolution, going into the technological revolution, and that happened from the 1940s. So guys, what's happening now is that we are in a series of what we call flux. So it's just evolving to now you can click one button and put something in one cart and click one next button and check out, and in a couple of days you have your item. It's amazing how far technology has come, and we have a lot of unknown heroes that we celebrate to thank for their crazy minds and innovations.
So our winner today is none other, Lamoa said the winner, Flux.
It's important that people know.
Yes, it's important. Our winner for today is none other than Aishiba Cornwall, or girl Aishiba. So Aishiba, you have a job to do. DM us your information so that you can actually claim your prize. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course your prize is a 10-inch ring light. Ladies and gentlemen,
sponsored by Breadfruit
Media. All right. Yeah. We want to thank you for staying tuned. We want to thank Mr. McIntosh for joining us and for sharing such valuable information with us today.
Che Dedier.
And we look forward to you guys actually signing up. This is really, really valuable information, and a way that a lot of people can really tap into an alternative or additional stream of income. Join us again next week, Tuesday, for a very interesting discussion, and you have to stay tuned to hear what that's about. Make sure you're following us on Digital Jamaica and the Digital Disruption Agency for all the latest updates. Katie?
Thanks, guys. Bye.